Hey, this is Chris with BayoSys, and I wanted to give a simple walkthrough of what BayoSys is, why it exists, and how it's different from the usual website, CRM, or all-in-one tool conversation. The short version is this. BayoSys helps service businesses turn their website, customer data, payments, booking, and follow-up into one connected operating flow. You see, most owners do not need another login. They need customers to find them, request a service, book, pay, and get followed up with. All of that needs to stay organized after the first conversation. That's the gap BayoSys is built around. Here's a problem I see over and over. A business has a website in one place, forms somewhere else, payments somewhere else, messages and texts or DMs, maybe a CRM they barely use, and then the owner is still the person stitching everything together. That's where a lot of tools fall short. They may be powerful, but they still leave the business owner responsible for designing the system, connecting the flow, deciding what should happen after a lead comes in, and making sure nothing breaks. BayoSys is not trying to be just another dashboard. The goal is to help the business look professional and operate cleaner from the first customer touch to follow-up, payment, invoice, booking, and delivery. At the platform level, BayoSys connects the pieces most service businesses need: public websites and landing pages, lead forms and intake, CRM and pipelines, booking and scheduling, quotes and invoices, payments and checkout, follow-up reminders, team activity, people permissions, and customer records. The important part is not just that these features exist. The important part is that they are connected around the way the business actually sells. For one business, that might mean a quote request that becomes a CRM record, then a follow-up task, then a deposit invoice. For another business, it might be a class page that controls capacity, takes payment, builds a roster, assigns the right instructor or staff member, and triggers reminders. The system should match the business model, not force every owner into the same generic funnel. This is where the people side matters. BayoSys is not only tracking customers, it can also track who owns the work, who should see what, who needs a reminder, and which team member or contractor is responsible for the next step. The big difference is the setup philosophy. A lot of software says, here are the tools, good luck. BayoSys is more practical. We review the business, map the needs to happen first, and build the launchable version of the system. That means we're thinking through questions like, what should the site explain? What details should the form capture? Where should the lead go? What does the follow-up look like? Who on the team should own it? Does this need booking, checkout, a quote, a deposit, an invoice, a customer portal, or team access? The people function is part of that. Front desk, sales, HR, accounting, managers, workers, contractors, and vendors can all have different visibility. The front desk may need scheduling and customer notes. Accounting may need invoice and payment context. Sales may need assigned leads and follow-up tasks without seeing back office dispositions or private admin details. Workers may only need the job, schedule, checklist, reminders, and clock-in style workflows when that's part of the setup. So the value is not only software access, it's the connected setup, the launch support, the fact that the owner is not left staring at a blank dashboard trying to become a systems architect overnight. BayoSys also has a practical pricing model. The public tiers are meant to give people budgeting clarity before the final scope is confirmed. Starter starts at $99 per month, with the setup typically between $250 and $500. This is for businesses that need a website foundation, forms, CRM Lite, booking, quotes, deposits, or invoices, and basic notifications. Growth starts at $299 per month, with setup typically between $1,000 to $3,000. And this is for active businesses where missed leads, forgotten quotes, and delayed payments already cost real money. Platform or Pro starts at $999 plus per month, with setup starting at $2,500 plus. This is for deeper workflows, integrations, permissions, automation, AI voice when applicable, people, operations, and dedicated support. There's also a BayoSys CRM as a lighter entry point. One CRM seat starts at $49 per month. Additional seats are $15 per month each, with processing and tax handled through checkout. The point is, you don't have to start with everything. You can start with the level of system your business actually needs. So let's make this concrete. For a contractor, the workflow might be inquiry to job details, photos, quote, follow-up, deposit, invoice, and project notes. From there, the job can have assigned workers, specific tasks, reminders, contract documents, and payout context if contracted work needs to be paid at an agreed rate. For a class or instructor business, the workflow might be class page, registration, capacity, payment, roster, reminders, instructor, assignment, and student records. For wellness and beauty, fitness, or local services, the flow might be service, menu, booking request, intake details, payment and deposit, front desk handoff, provider signature, and follow-up. For an event business, the flow might be an event page, customer checkout, order record, delivery status, and customer communication. PhotoPay is a good example of this inside the ecosystem. It's a BayoSys own product for event photo teams that need capture, checkout, delivery, and exports around real event pressure. These are not abstract features. These are the business handoffs that usually get messy. Who owns the customer? Who can see the record? Who gets the reminder? And what needs to be paid out or documented after the work is done? On the public site, the point is to show that BayoSys is not just a website offer. The website is the front door, but it connects to intake, CRM, payments, follow-up, and the operating setup behind it. The request access path matters because we're not trying to sell the wrong package to every business. We want to see the offer, the current operation, and where the money or customer handoff is leaking before recommending the first build. This is a lighter entry point. Some businesses don't need the full rebuild on day one. They need contacts, pipeline, notes, follow-up, invoice, context, and team seats. The CRM path is useful when leads already exist, but follow-up and customer history are scattered. The people layer makes this more operational. Add team members, scope access, assign ownership, and keep activity tied to the right person, instead of everyone sharing one login or seeing the entire business. The system can be built around roles and permissions, and if the business later needs a full platform, the CRM path is designed to grow into the broader BayoSys system instead of becoming another dead-end tool. BayoSys is also built around repeatable product and industry lanes. The core platform stays consistent, but the workflow changes by business type. That matters because a contractor, instructor, wellness provider, consultant, and event operator don't leak money into the same place. One business may need job site tasks, contract records, and contractor payouts. Another may need front desk scheduling, HR documents, accounting visibility, or reminders by email and text. BayoSys starts with the actual business flow, then connects the modules and people permissions that support it. So the simplest way to understand BayoSys is this. It is for service businesses that need more than a nice website and do not want to duct tape 10 tools together. We help set up the first real version, connect the site, intake CRM, payments, booking, and quote flow, team access, permissions, and follow-up, and then give the business a base it can grow from. If you already know your current system is too scattered, or you're getting leads but not converting them cleanly, request access. If the fit is there, we will show you what to build first and what level makes sense. Go to BayoSys.com, request access if you need the full system. Or start with BayoSys CRM if all you need right now is a cleaner way to manage contacts, pipeline, follow-up, and team seats.